You may have noticed that this last week there was no newsletter, no articles or videos, and first I need to apologize. This last couple of weeks has been unbearably busy for me. And I'm saying this because while I know that we're all busy, I don't mean it as an excuse. It's just simply an explanation. During this week, however, I have had a significant series of items take place, and the first of that is family. As many of you are aware, my family was able to come together, and it's been far too long since we've had this opportunity. This get-together has allowed me the chance to catch up with one brother and his family especially. I finally got to meet and spend time with a nephew who was born just over a year ago. Then immediately following this get-together, I boarded a plane and headed here to Florida for a work conference. And this brings me to the next item that's taken place. This trip allowed me to gain some much needed clarity. And this clarity comes in the terms of why I'm doing this, why I launched, and why I am doing branding power. To understand my why, I need to tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm a geek. Not a G-E-E-K geek, but a G-E-A-K geek. And being this geek is my why. Let me explain my geek to you. A few years ago, I was internally broken. For me, I realized that this meant I was spiritually broken. I realized I needed to replenish my spiritual core. I returned to and I renewed my faith, and quickly, I rediscovered the part that was missing, the part that I hungered for. And shortly after returning to my faith, a part of my world, and according to many, what should be considered my whole world, came crashing down. My spouse at the time informed me that she no longer wanted to be married. I was never given a reason why getting divorced was the only viable option. But looking back, and at the time I came to realize, I believe it was due in large part to the fact that over the years, I continually put the needs of the companies I worked for in front of the needs of my family. After a long time of fighting to save my marriage, I realized there is no saving the unsavable. This brought me to the point in my life I never imagined that I would be in. I was a single father of two, trying to figure out what to do next. As I moved forward, I continued to persevere. I had two small children under the age of 8 to take care of. They became a main focus for me. I felt that I was able to continue and things were going to be okay as long as I kept my eyes on what was important. Then life decided to throw me another curveball. The company I was working for was relocating their resources. I had two options. I could either move my kids over 1,000 miles away from the life that they've known to simply keep my job, or I could be let go. After talking with the CEO, it was determined that I needed a new direction, and that was what was needed in my life. And with that, not only was I a single father of two, I was an unemployed single father of two. During this time, I took on many clients that were needing me to help them with their branding. And I rediscovered what I enjoyed doing, helping others with their brands, working with them and helping them nurture their brands. A couple of years ago, I met and fell in love with a woman who's now my wife. And she brought the final balance I needed in my life. She is a geek herself, a Geek geek. And she was the final piece that was missing for me embracing my inner geek, my inner Geak, geek. My Geak geek applies to the important parts of my why. The G is for God, and the returning of my faith that helped me have an inner purpose. The E is for Elizabeth, who has shown me, and that's my wife, and she's shown me that I can have the support structure I never realized that I was missing, and for whom I want to provide for. A is for my son Aiden, my oldest, and alongside my K for Kenna, my daughter, are the two people I want to help provide a better world for. This word geek defines my why in the order of importance to me. God first, wife second, children third. I'm not trying to be cute or clever. I'm not trying to proselytize or to show off. This is simply a way for me to easily describe their importance in my life and in all that I do. Your brand is ultimately defined by what is important in your life and by your why and how. Once you discover these two factors, your decisions become easier. Your brand gains clarity, and your company gains focus. In short, you can nail it when it comes to creating a rock-solid brand, one that reflects you and resonates with your customers. Since these things have come into focus for me, I wanted to share them with you. Over the last several months, I've shared quite a few foundational concepts with you, concepts that are true and time-tested. But now it's time to look more fully at your why and how. And I hope you'll join me as we take this journey of discovery together. Let's make your brand better. The best is yet to be.